Hey guys, Mustafa here with Remax Signature, and today we're going to be talking about how to sell and buy a house at the same time. So from time to time we get clients who are looking to downsize, upsize, change location, whatever the reason might be. They need to buy a home, but they have to get their current home sold as well. This can be done simultaneously. But there's three things you got to do to make sure that the process is stress-free and as easy as possible. Okay, so let's get started. The first step is to make sure you are 100% approved to purchase the next house that you're targeting. It could be in a different price range, higher price range, lower price range, it doesn't matter, whatever it might be. You have to talk to a loan officer to make sure that based on your current financial situation, you are going to be 100% approved and there's not going to be any wrenches thrown at you in the middle of a transaction. See, what you don't want to happen is you have your home on the market, you find a buyer, get into a contract, and then find out you don't even qualify to purchase your next home. It's going to be really tough, if not impossible, to get out of that contract that you just signed with a buyer. Okay, so make sure you are going to be 100% approved financing wise. The second thing you got to be doing is make sure that your buyer, the buyer who's purchasing your home, is 100% solid financing wise. Now, how do you make sure of that? Well, typically we go based on their pre-approval letter. That's all the normal stuff that we do. But in situations like these where the stakes are high, we have to add another layer of security, which means we have to request that the buyer be screened by your loan officer. So the same loan officer that's going to be helping you with the purchase of your home, they would have to screen the buyer to make sure there are no red flags. Now, the buyer is not obligated to use your loan officer. We're simply asking them to be screened by the loan officer so that there are no issues down the road. And if there are any potential concerns, those can be mitigated upfront rather than a week before closing, right? Nobody wants that kind of stress. So get the buyer screened. The other thing when it comes to the buyer is make sure you're working with a flexible buyer. Don't just rush into a contract with anyone who's willing to buy your home. Make sure you're working with somebody who is flexible when it comes to the dates, because keep in mind, you're still going to be working with another party on the purchase, and there might be some delays and whatnot that may not be in your control or the buyer's control, right? So there's going to be a whole other party involved or parties involved that we have no control over. So we want to make sure that the buyer who's purchasing your home is flexible, meaning that they can move down the closing date, or they can allow you to stay in your home after the closing for a few weeks, maybe up to a month. That way it gives you extra time to keep the stress as low as possible, and at the same time you not making any hasteful decisions. Okay, nobody likes pressure, not even real estate agents. All right, so let's just find a flexible buyer. Now, the third thing you got to make sure you do is you work with just one title company that is helping you sell your home, and that is the same title company is going to help you purchase your home. You want to limit, the number of people or parties involved whenever you're in this kind of situation. That just reduces the amount of errors and omissions that might result from, adding more and more people into the transaction. So this is something that you can control. You can request the sellers of the home that you're trying to buy, request them to use the same title company who's already processing your file. And that way it'll make things a lot easier and seamless, because you got one person at the title company that's going to be accommodating you, all three of you, right? So with the two transactions that's happening, and it just makes life so much easier for everybody. If you have any questions about these kind of situations or have any other concerns, by all means, reach out to me. My team and I would be more than happy to answer them. Take care. Have a wonderful day.